Carolyn Dube here. Oh, what's the play for today? Well, it has to do with something extremely old. And I mean that in two ways. One, it's been sitting in a drawer for a very long time and I haven't used it. And the other thing is it's actually something that is very old. It's a naturally occurring mineral called mica. And I'm going to be pairing it with some alcohol inks to create a fun card. And by the way, I'm also sharing in this video if you've ever been looking for an adhesive to attach things that are translucent or see-through and you're wondering how you can attach them but not have the glue show, I've got something for you. Well, let's get some color on this. I'm going to be sprinkling on a whole bunch of alcohol inks here. These are the ones by Marabou, and I absolutely love the bottle because you simply pull off the cap and then kind of shake it on there. This isn't an exact amount, so you can put as little or as much on here as you want. And I'm in the mood for a little more blue, so I'm going to add a little touch here and there. I'm going to keep adding color after color here so that I've got the entire rainbow happening. As I'm sprinkling this on, I'm actually not squeezing the bottle at all. I'm just shaking it and this is what comes out. If you want more of it to come out, then give the bottle a squeeze and a whole bunch more will come out with each shake. And speaking of shake, why am I shaking this one up when I haven't shaken any of the others? Because this bottle is different. This is rainbow and it's got such wonderful shimmer and sparkle in there, but you do need to shake it up frequently when you're using it. And when you're shaking it, you'll hear a little metal ball rolling around in there, and that's in there to help make it easier for you to shake it all up. So what made me think that mica would be a great thing to use with alcohol inks? Well, mica is glossy and smooth. It's non-absorbent. And when you use alcohol inks on something that's non-absorbent, they do some wonderful things. And that has to do with how they can flow and blend and move on there that they can't do on something absorbent like paper. Notice the difference of the alcohol ink on the mica tile versus on the paper on the counter. Wherever this ink went on the paper, it just goes in that one spot and stays there. But on the tile, things are moving around, blending, that kind of thing. That's the difference between having a non-absorbent surface versus one that is absorbent like paper. Now I could have stopped at any time with this, and I keep adding more and more and more to it. And there are two reasons for that. One, I'm having a good time. The shape of this bottle just makes it so wonderfully easy to get that ink on there. And the other reason is I want a bunch on here because I want it to blend and move together. As it's drying, this stuff is going to merge together and create a very ethereal, dreamy, celestial kind of look to it. And that's going to take it a couple of minutes to do it. So once I get all of the alcohol ink on here that I want, then it's going to take about 4 minutes for how much I've got on here to dry. But I really want you to see how those colors blend together and the look that it creates. So, thanks to the magic of computers, I've taken about 4 minutes of drying time here for you and pushed it down to about 12 seconds so you can see how that shifts and changes while it's drying. So do you have to use the entire rainbow? Absolutely not. You have the freedom to use whatever colors you want to use. So on this piece of mica that's oddly heart-shaped, I am going to just use two of them, the hot pink and the blue here. And I can't really resist that rainbow. I love the shimmer of that, so I'm going to add some of that in there. Of course, you can add just a few drops of it, or you can put a whole bunch on there. And clearly, I'm in the whole bunch camp today. So let me find a clear piece of paper here so you can see what it looks like with two colors on there. I was on the fence if I'd want to leave it just like that or add some rainbow, but I tipped over onto the rainbow side, and so I'm adding some more on here. Probably not a surprise to you that I did that. The shapes that I've been using have a very organic feel to them, sort of those jagged random edges kind of thing. And that's because these were organic things. These are actually minerals. Mica is a mineral that's found and mined out of the ground, and sometimes it's in little bits, sometimes it's in larger sheets, and this is the shape that these came out in. Here's what the mica looks like when I get it when it comes out of the package. And some of the pieces are little, and some of the pieces are larger, but they're very transparent, and they can be thin or thick. Some of them are very flexible because they're thinner. And when they're thicker, that means you've got all these layers of the mineral there. And so you can actually take your fingernail and pull some of it apart. We'll see if I can do it here on camera. This doesn't always work when you're doing it on camera. There we go. So I got my fingernail in there, and then I can just gently pull these layers apart. And now I'll have two pieces that size. So you can pull these different layers apart. So when you get the mica, if you feel like, oh, there are only like so many sheets in here, you actually might have a lot more, because the firmer or thicker that it feels, the more layers that you can pull off. So this organic shape really had me thinking about a heart. And a friend of mine who collects hearts everywhere she goes, she finds rocks, little pieces of wood, stuff, I mean, all sorts of things always seem to come in her path that are heart-shaped. And so when I saw this, I thought of her, and I want to turn this into a quick card to send. But there's a little bit of a problem when you use mica and you want to attach it to something. Because it's translucent, you can see through it, you might see the glue that's underneath. But I found a solution to that. This is an adhesive called Artist Tack, and what it is it's a sheet of adhesive on there, but there's something special about this adhesive. It's made up of all these little circles, and showing you white on white, well, you just can't see it. So I've got a little experiment to show you what these little dots look like. So I took another piece of mica and I put the adhesive over the entire back of it. And that's what created those little dots. You see, that's really what this adhesive is it's a bunch of individual dots. Now, I filled this whole thing with it here, but I don't need that much of it. I just need a little of it to hold it on the card. So what I'm going to do here is peel off the backing, and then I'm just going to sort of dip the edges of my piece of mica into that. The mica is extremely lightweight, so I don't need much adhesive to this. So I just need to put a couple of circles along the edges, and that'll be enough to hold it on the card. And because it's such a small amount of adhesive, nobody's ever going to know that it's there. And using such a small amount of the Artist Tack means it can go a long, long way. Well, now that I've got the heart on the card, I want to put a word to it. I want to put a sentiment for it. And I'm not a big fan of my own handwriting, so I'm going to use a stencil here to help me out. I've got it lined up just where I want it, and then I'm just taking a very sharp colored pencil and I'm putting the words on there. The stencil that I'm using is one called Alpha Jumbo Small that I designed for over at StencilGirl Products. And this, and by the way, all the supplies are linked for you over on my website at acolorfuljourney.com. I'm going to tap off any excess sort of pencil dust that comes from this, and then I'm going to go over the O's to close them up so it looks like maybe I actually hand wrote this when you and I both know I didn't. Well, thanks so much for joining me for today's play. If you've been enjoying this video, I'd so appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll know as soon as I've got a new video out. You can find the blog post and photos and supply list and all that stuff that goes with this post over on the website at acolorfuljourney.com. And yep, there's a link down below for you. Thanks so much for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.